Let's try. Let's just try and use straight up. Okay, can you hear me now? I hope it's better, but there'll be a bit of background noise um, around going up and down. But I think you should be able to hear me now. So please, can you hear me? Can you please confirm that you can hear me? Yes, you can hear. Good. Okay. Thank you for that feedback. So I hope all I've said, you didn't hear all I've said. Okay, so I just wished you a happy new year. I pray that the year will be a year of blessings, will be a year of increase, will be a year of expansion. I pray that your dreams will come to pass. And I said thank you to everyone that has been with us um, throughout last year, and thank you for your support this year. We are cooking a lot of things for us in the coming year. God keeping us in health, keeping us alive. We will deliver on those dreams. So I used to say to people, I still said that I was somewhere to share on New Year's Eve, and if you've been following my blog, you see that I've said, and that reminds me, I need to blog better this year. If you follow my blog, I've shared before that I didn't really see why people get all worked up and happy new year, happy new year. Yeah, I just used to watch them and wonder and just say, wow, why are people so worked up and happy about a new year? Why not just go into the year and just, because there's no difference between August 19th and December 31. I mean, for me, just two, maybe special days, but 2 days in a continuum. Just in a continuum, just. But the reason why people get all happy and rejoice that they are seeing a new year is the power of hope, right? The power of hope that, thank God, thank goodness, I've seen the end of one year and there is the opportunity for a new beginning. I can start again. I can begin again intelligently. I can start afresh. So people rejoice that they've come to. But for me, it didn't make sense. But I've come to realize that there's so much power in that, and I also am learning. I'm learning very perfect at it. I'm learning to latch onto that power, the power of new beginnings, the power of hope. Hope gives fresh energy, right? A marathon runner is running, and while he gets somewhere, he just sees the end, he just gets a fresh wind, right? A fresh burst of energy, and he runs faster, runs with greater energy, and he gets to the finish line. So we at the turn of a new year, the beginning of a new year, there's the opportunity to think back, to reflect. Think of all that has happened, all that has taken place. Think of the good, the bad, the ugly, the desired, the undesired, and the undesirable. And just ask yourself, are there lessons to learn? So the dawn of a new year, or the beginning of a new year, is a perfect opportunity to sit down, take stock, and start afresh and start again. So I want to encourage everybody, if you've not already done so, it's not too late. It's not too late to sit down and ask yourself, what happened in the past year? And what dreams do I want to have in the coming year? What do I want to accomplish this year? Um, it's okay not to be able to accomplish everything, but it is terrible to be dreamless, right? I think it's a terrible thing not to have desires. I just didn't think you needed to wait until the end of the year to have desires, but it becomes a natural breaking point together with everyone in the world. It doesn't matter, even the people that don't celebrate their New Year's, uh, December 31, according to the Gregorian calendar, no matter the time that they celebrate their New Year's here in Ethiopia, where they have 13 months calendar, so they're in 15 something, one, they are not yet in 2023, they're still but they still celebrate, right? All over the world, all of humanity, we want to mark time and seasons. We want to know this has happened now. We are moving to this next level. And so today, I want to give you a powerful tool, right? A powerful tool as you think about the new year, as you think about improving in yourself, improving in your capacity, improving in your capabilities. I want to introduce and discuss with you the tool we call Johari window, right? The Johari window I love psychology. I love the things that have to do with the study of how and why we do the things that we do, and how and why we can be better. We can gain greater mastery of ourselves. Because I think if a man or a woman has learned to harness his or her energy to the utmost, there's no stopping that individual. If we can get better, if we can improve ourselves, right? Uh, it was a man that said that what lies within us, right, are far greater than what lies outside us, what lies around us. They have greater potentials, right, with what we can do, what we can accomplish within us. So, as we seek to develop ourselves, I want to use the Johari window as a tool to give us templates of the things that we should be thinking about to act this new year. So that come December 31, 2023, you can look at all aspects of your life and say, I'm better, right? If you can say you are better in 12 months' time, if you can look back and say of a truth, I'm better, then this year has been a fantastic year, right? So, the Johari window is a matrix. It's a matrix that, and matrices are very powerful, right? If you use them, you can use it to answer so many questions and just help to distill knowledge. If you look at it, it says there are things you know about yourself, and there are things people know about you. So conversely, there are things you know about yourself, and there are things you don't know about yourself, right? No, it doesn't matter how to what degree of emotional intelligence and self-awareness that we have, there will always be things we don't know about ourselves. There will always be things you don't know about yourself. And of course, don't matter what people know about us, there will always be things they do not know about us. Now, if you marry those boxes together, there are things you know about yourself that people also know about you. It's clear, it's glaring. Everybody knows it about you. So, for instance, I know I have hair on my head, and everybody that has eyes, I think we also know that this chap has hair because it's obvious, it's glaring, right? I hope that I look like a man, so I think I am a man, and people looking at me will say he's male, right? So that's there are things you know about yourself, and things that people know about yourself that you so that box mixed together. You know it about yourself, and people know it about yourself. We call that box in the Johari window. Johari window is four windows, and we go through all the windows one after the other. What people know about you and you know about yourself is the domain of the public you. And I want you to sit down and think this year, what are the things that are obvious about me and people also know about me that I can improve upon? So I'm taking this from, we're taking this session from not the usual resolution goal. What can you do? No. We are using this tool to try to think deeply and ask ourselves, what do people know about me? And I also know about myself that I can improve on this year. It could be weaknesses and, of course, strengths. No, as we seek we may fall into the trap of always focusing on our weaknesses and not maximizing our strength. I pray that in this year you will recognize and maximize your strength and not just focus on your weaknesses, be battling with your weaknesses to the detriment of leveraging uh, and maximizing the opportunities available to you on account of your strength. So you are in Nigeria, right? And everybody knows you are in Nigeria. What can you do in this country? What can you leverage upon in this country to be the best for it? Rather than looking out, forever looking out and say, I want to Japa, I want, oh, you are in abroad, you are in America. That you are a Nigerian or that you are an American, you are an European, wherever you are, what are those opportunities available to me that everybody knows about and I know about myself? What are those opportunities? That public domain. And are there things that have been misinterpreted about me in the public domain that I need to correct? That I think this about myself, and people also think this about me, but that is not the best me. So people may have come to an opinion that I'm a shy person. I maybe need to. I'm thinking that I'm shy. Well, I think that's not an apt illustration of myself, because while I'm a quiet person, I think I'm a quiet person, but I will get to that other window, because that's something I know about myself that a lot of people don't know about me. That's another window. That's the window of the hidden you. The things that you know about yourself, but for one reason or the other, people don't know it about you. And that may be your skills. Some of you like to cook, you like to sing, you like to write, you like to play, but the azus of life have limited you from expressing that capability. I want you to sit down and look critically and say to yourself, in this new year, this hidden man, this hidden person, this hidden woman in me must come out. This dream that I have of myself, that I am a public speaker, but yet I'm afraid to stand before the crowd. So people see you and they say, no, 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 how can that person be a public speaker? Because it's an hidden you, right? Hidden you. Things, the potentials that you have come to know about yourself. This is the year to improve upon them. This is the year to manifest them. And so some of you, it's weaknesses, and that's why some people have. We discussed this some years ago, what we call the imposter syndrome, right? People may have a very elevated opinion of you, but you just look at yourself and say, I have this weakness in my closet. If people really, 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 really knew this about me, they are not going to. It is this year you can work on it. So you can just draw that thing yourself. Just draw a square. At the top of the square, what I know about myself. Me, just a self. Self-focus. The other one at the other side, people. So you just have things that you know about yourself and people know about you. That's the public queue. Things that are do you know about yourself, but people don't know. Unknown. The unknown. People don't know it, but you know it. That's the hidden you. That's the hidden you. So this year, I want you to propose the hidden treasures in me, the hidden gifts in me. I'm going to break them forth. And it will not happen if you don't set goals, if you don't have dreams. I said, these are my dreams. So this also makes an assumption that you have that degree of awareness to know and introspection introspection, uh, to know, to think. I just do this about me. This about me. This is me. This is where I am. This is what I want to do. Right? Let's go to the third window. The third window are the things that people know about you, but you are blind to. You don't know it about yourself. It is obvious to people. They see it. They know it, but you do not know it. You are not aware of it. That's a blind spot. That's a blind side. This year, how will you know that? That means you have to listen to people. You have to learn to take criticism. You will not act this year and the many more years ahead if every time people give you feedback, you respond defensively and you try to explain it away. No, 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 no. You don't understand. You don't know where I'm coming from. If you knew, but when people give you feedback, you may need to take time to. If you even if you will not respond immediately, I would advise that you listen to people and make people feel that you are listening to them. But beyond that, I will also have that advice that you please listen and think and ruminate, because there's no way you can see your own back unless you use a mirror, right? So you have to use a mirror to see your own back. So there are things that are glaringly obvious about you, huh? But you are blind to them. You are blind to your mannerisms. Because you are it's so it's a habit. You are just used to it. You are used to doing it. But people see it, right? And that's the bad thing about, for instance, something like people that have mouth odor. Because it's you're so used to it, you are desensitized to it. It takes other people to tell you, Uncle, your mouth is smelly. Uh, so you will need to take that feedback. You will need to put yourself in a position that people can be frank with you, that people can give you feedback, and you will not um, react in a violent, vicious way or put them in your black book. Listen to people, listen to people. Feedback, because we all have blind spots. Every one of us. I have my blind spots. I have things and as you grow, you will oblivious of them. The mannerism. You know, some people argue. I don't snore. It takes a person that sleeps with you to tell you, you snore. Because it's a blind spot. Although some people now realize it, maybe suddenly you are sleeping and then you just, it's your own snore that woke you up. You just wake up. Eh? What made that sound? It was you. Right. It's a blind spot. It's a blind spot. So you have your blind spots. And then interestingly, and also we've gone through the public you, we've gone through the hidden you, we've also now just discussed your blind spot. We also have something interesting. I call it the box of mystery, right? The things about you that you don't know and people don't know. That's a mysterious you. That you of possibilities. That you that stretch. Okay, I hear you. The you that stretch. Because there are some things you can accomplish right now that you think you cannot accomplish them. I remember as a child, um, somebody said one day, maybe he wants to be a teacher. My mom rejected. He said, teacher, wait, teacher. No, my son will not be a teacher. Me, I didn't think I was going to be a teacher. My mom didn't want me to be a teacher. A lot of what I do these days, I do a lot of other things, but a lot of what I do these days is teach. At that time, it was Eden. Because the very first day I jokingly say this a lot. The very first day I tried to do public speaking in an organized setting, I flunked it. I flunked it. So if I had thought because I flunked it, then I didn't do it, I didn't keep at it, and then people also think it cannot do it, then that would be the end of a public speaking career that has spanned almost 25 years now, right? For 25 years now. Wow. Wow. Public speaking over 25. In fact, it's over 25 years. Yeah, over 25 years. Going to 28 years since the first time I tried to speak. 25 years. And in those 25 years, opportunities, impact, grace. And I believe the next 25 will be greater because there are still things I can do that I'm not aware of and people are not aware of it. There's a side of you, there's a part of you this year that you are oblivious to it and people are oblivious to it. It takes stretching ourselves, getting out of our comfort zones to act it. Act it. To do what is impossible. To do what seems difficult, hard, impossible. If you look at some people, if you took a look at if you took a look at somebody like, say, Barack Obama, if you took a look at Barack Obama when his father abandoned him and his mother, single parent all over the place in Asia, in Hawaii, I'm not sure he would have thought he could be president. And people around him, child of a single parent, black child of a single parent, become president of America. As a child, that was an unknown about him. He did not know it. People around him to do not. In fact, he would not have believed it. People also may not have believed it. But someday he got the dream, stretched himself. The rest, as they say, is history. So my admonishment to us as we start this year is please stretch yourself. There is a public queue. That public queue, that's data. Data is readily available. You know it about yourself. People know it about yourself. Improve. There is a hidden you. In positives, manifest that hidden you. Those hidden dreams, manifest them. You have a blind spot. You have things about you that you don't know about. But people know it about you. People can see it, but you are blind to it. You will not know it if you don't listen. So please listen. And you have a mysterious you, hidden you, unknown to everybody. Discover it. I wish you a prosperous 2023. See you next week. God bless you.